Hello people, welcome to World Ego Networks, where we bring you quality news at your doorstep. I am your host, Prince Biologitrix. If you have not subscribed, please do want to subscribe. And if you have subscribed, please hit the bell notification for further updates. Like our page, share with friends and family. This morning we are talking about IPPIS, which means the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System. And we want to talk about how it has been and the implication of IPPIS and what the professor and of course the ASUU president says. Hello people, do you know that some professors in Nigeria earn 8,000 naira monthly? And this is a shame to a giant of Africa. When we talk about 8,000 naira, we are talking about money that is less than, of course, $20 per month. That's what some professors in Nigeria earn. The IPPIS, it means it brings is a method of payment that actually makes it possible for a lecturer or university lecturer to get a payment as a single payment, and even in that single payment system they are taxed on it. Recall that their university lecturers, they deserve some money, and there's some money awarded to them for research and for other book publications. But in this case, with the IPPIS, they don't get what they should get, and if they should get it, the taxes are going to be taken off from it, as much as 50% from their salaries, and that is so worrisome. And then the IPPIS Secretariat is a department under the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, responsible for the payment of salaries and wages directly to government employees' bank accounts, with appropriate deductions and remittances of third-party payment, such as Federal Inland Revenue Services, State Board of Internal Revenues, National Health Insurance Scheme, National Housing Fund, Pension Fund Administrator, cooperative societies, trade union dues, association dues, and bank loans. So it is actually targeted to get all the money and all the taxes and other things they can deductible from the salaries of the lecturers, and that is so worrisome. But in other words, we have to say, are lecturers not ready to pay for their house loans, for their revenues, for their federal inland revenues, for the State Board of Internal Revenues, Health Insurance Scheme, and then National Housing, Pension Funds Administrator, cooperative societies, trade union dues, and association dues, and they call it bank loans? Are they not ready to pay for it? So if they are ready to pay for it, why are they complaining that the IPPIS system is not favorable to them? So let us continue in talking about this. We have to also see that that the government said that we are committed to efficient and effective service delivery. According to the Accountant General, he said that our aim is to pay accurately and on time within statutory or contractual regulations. We aim to provide a payroll service that is custom focused and that utilizes the technology wherever possible. There are 459 MDAS on IPPIS platform as at 31st January 2017. The department is responsible for processing and payment of salary to over 300,000 federal government employees across 459 MDAS. IPPIS aim is to enroll into the platform all federal government MDAS that draws personal cost fund from the consolidated revenue funds. Since inception of the IPPIS project in April 2007, the department have saved the federal government of Nigeria billions of naira by eliminating thousands of ghost workers. So let us focus on the ghost workers and what the government is trying to curb by the introduction of IPPIS. Because in most institutions, you see ghost workers earning salaries where they don't work, and sometimes you ask yourself why and how they came even into the system. And most people who are retired don't go on retirement, and they keep on falsifying their age to have more years of service. But you see, in this IPPIS system, the ghost workers are eliminated, and there's a single salary payment system or single salary structure to make payments, and every revenue be deducted. So what are we actually advocating for in this, and what is ASUU clamoring for? After all, I think this is a system that makes them to get their salary on time without the aid of third party. It's also trying to avert the consequences of paying their dues, of course their taxes, their loan, and other money they should pay, including their pension fund. Are they trying to avert it? What are they trying to avert? Or do you think that the federal government should give them some exemptions from some of these taxes to help them save a lot of money, since the president of ASUU says that a professor earns 8,000 naira in a month in Nigeria, and that is very shameful to the federal government. So what do you think that the federal government should do to come to a compromise with ASUU so that the strike can be called off, because it has stayed longer time than necessary? Do you think the federal government needs to compromise with the ASUU initiative or ASUU demands and cancel the IPPIS? Or do you think that the ASUU members, the lecturers, should of course come to a compromise and accept what is given to them by the federal government? Let me know what you think, and we'll talk more about that. Moving on to other news, a veteran actor, of course, an actor turned to politician, Mr. Desmond Elliot, has criticized the youths for being so attached to their social media, saying that social media played a vital role in the EndSARS protest that turned bloody. For this reason, people like Davido came out to tell him that he has spoiled the reputation he started building from childhood, and has received attack from well-meaning Nigerians, including the fellow actors and otherwise or the singers, if you may like someone like Uche Jumbo, Don Jazzy, Simi, and others. They say Desmond Elliot has received major backlash over his recent remark on Lagos State House of Assembly about social media. While some celebrities have cancelled him, others have expressed their disappointment in the acts of the actor who turned to politician. This getting to Desmond Elliot, I think he saw how far the fire is spreading. He also came out yesterday, the 29th October 2020, to offer a sincere apology to the people of Nigerians and those who lost their lives at the Tollgate massacre, saying, after the house being dragged online, Desmond Elliot has tendered an apology to Nigerians. In his words, he said, "I did not mean to be insensitive with this. It was born out of magnitude of destruction and looting of businesses I witnessed when I went on tour in my constituency." Thank you, Desmond Elliot, and thank you for coming out to offer apologies. Thank you for you are also a tourist in your constituency. And thank you for not thinking that the youths are hoodlums as others thought, but you were criticizing the social media. But I think also that remember that social media made you whom you are today, and without social media you won't be in the Lagos State House of Assembly. And if you are in the Lagos State House of Assembly, I plead with you to defend the interest of the youths and not be against youths. So in your words, you said a lot of things about how bad you feel and how emotional you are about things. If you're emotional, you should think about how to provide jobs. You should sponsor bills on how to provide jobs and how to provide vocational trainings for the youths, and not how to destroy the youth or to wake, or in other words, to revive a soul that is about to heal. So let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to all the news, the Chief Executive Officer of the TV station, Andrew Hanlon, who stated on this yesterday in Lagos, also told the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who visited him at the TV station, that the protesters visited and changed things, that place. They changed things the way things used to be. According to the Chief Executive Officer of the TV station, Mr. Andrews, he said that the member of staff did not die and there's no death amongst them. However, he noted that the attackers left immense devastations to the TVC boss and to the TVC station and to other properties parked there, including the cars, the televisions, of course the masts, and of course their broadcasting system. According to them, we all burned down. We want to say sorry to the TVC Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Andrews Hanlon. We want to say sorry to you and want to ask you, please, in your capacity, advise the state government to provide vocational centers where the youths can be trained and engaged, because an idle mind is devil's workshop. And if the government cannot provide vocational trainings for the youth and employ them and engage them, I tell you, I fear the worst may happen. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, we bring the news broadcast this morning to an end. Until we meet again, I remain your host, Prince Elliot. I want to say shalom and life to you.